Today we are going to discuss about a problem which is called as divide and conquer. So first of all, before going to discuss about divide and conquer, I would like to say that this is a strategy through which we can solve some specific kinds of problems. Suppose I want to say that I have a problem which is sufficiently large and I want to make it small problems, and I will solve the small problems so that the overall problem will be solved. So this divide and conquer strategy is based on the same principle. Example, suppose I have a problem that you say P, and that problem is suppose having size n, where n is a large problem, and I need to be solved this problem by using the principle of divide and conquer. So what I have to do in this is a strategy, this is simply a techniques. So suppose I have divided my problems into sub problems P1, P2, P3, dot up to Pk. So these are my sub problems, and I want to solve it by using the principle of divide and conquer. After dividing the number of sub problems, this procedure is actually called as the divide procedure. We will divide the whole overall problem into number of sub problems. Then what we need to do, we have to solve these sub problems. Suppose I have solved this P1 with a solution. Suppose P1 can be solved with the solution S1, P2 can be solved with S2, P3 can be solved with S3. Likewise, Pk can be solved with Sk. So these are my solutions. Then what I need to do, after solving each and every individual solution, I need to combine all these solutions into a single solution, that you can say that the overall solution is S. So in this divide and conquer principle, I have to do two operations. One is your divide operation and another one is your conquer operation, or you can say that the combine operation. Then the overall problem P can be solved. But in this case, we need to focus on some specific kind of problems. That specific kinds of problems are, we can say that these problems should be similar. Suppose example I can give you. Suppose I need to organize a conference in our college. So what I have to do, I have to group of people those who will go for refreshment, group of people who will go for collecting the resource person, group of people who will schedule the program. But this kind of problem, whole problem can be divided into number of sub problems, but all the sub problems are not similar. So this kind of problems cannot be solved in divide and conquer. But here I am telling you the problems which can be divided into number of sub problems having similar characteristics. Then we can solve it through the recursion. That principle is also called as the recursive principle, and through this recursive principle we will solve this divide and conquer problems, or by using this divide and conquer principle we can solve the overall sub problem. Now come into the algorithm. What is divide and conquer algorithm? So here what we did, there is a problem, and suppose our algorithm name is divide and conquer, and we have taken that problem, that is P. We should have to know when the P is large and when a P is small. Suppose I have a big problem of 10 elements, I will divide it into two. How could we know that the problem is small or big? So normally what we consider, if the problem having one element, then it is called as the small problem, like this. So here what I did, now I have divided into number of sub problems. If the problem is small, then we have to solve that problem P. But if the problem is not small, then what we have to do, you have to go for the same principle, divide the problem P into number of sub problems, that is P1, P2, Pk. After dividing, what I did apply divide and conquer for P1, means we will apply divide and conquer for P1, then this will go to here and that P1 will be a sub problem and it will be solved here. So apply divide and conquer for P2, apply divide and conquer for Pk. So each and every sub problem what I have to do, I have to apply this divide and conquer principle, and this divide and conquer principle will recursively called the main function divide and conquer, and it will go for the, it will be a small p and it can be solved in this solution space. After doing this, what it will do, it will combine each divide and conquer, it will solve a small problem P1, it will solve a small problem P2, it will solve a small problem Pk. So each small sub problem after solution, we will combine this, we will get the solution of the overall problem. This strategy is called as the divide and conquer principle, and this divide and conquer principle, what kind of problems we can apply? So there are number of different type of problems are there where we can apply the divide and conquer principle or the strategy. Number one is your binary search. In binary search, we can also apply the divide and conquer principle by dividing it to number of sub problems. Number two, quick sort also we can apply. Merge sort also we can apply. And finding the, or we can say min max algorithm, finding the minimum and maximum of a particular elements, array elements, then we can apply the min max algorithm for divide and conquer principle. And also we can apply Strassen's matrix multiplication. In these principles, we can, these are the problems to solve these problems, we can apply the divide and conquer principle. So this is the normal algorithm or the standard algorithm to solve the problem through divide and conquer. This is the principle behind the divide and conquer, and through which we can solve this divide and conquer by using divide and conquer, through which we can solve the problem like binary search, quick sort, merge sort, min max algorithm, Strassen's matrix. So in my next algorithm, I will go to describe regarding how by using divide and conquer principle we will solve the binary search by using recursion principles. Right? Thank you.